Hi YouTube, Tim Eckert here. In this video, we're going to tackle the quotient rule of logarithms. So when I have a fraction like I do in this first problem where I have log base 2 of 64 divided by 16, I can rewrite that as log base 2 of 64 minus log base 2 of 16. Okay, so what is log base 2 of 64? Well, I have to think of how many 2's I need to multiply together to get 64. So if I do 2 times 2, that gives me 4. Times 2 again, that gives me 8. Times 2 again, that gives me 16. Times 2 again, that gives me 32. And times 2 again, that gives me 64. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2's. So I have 6 minus, well, how many 2's do I have to multiply to get 16? Well, if I do 2 times 2, that gives me 4. Times 2 again, that gives me 8. Times 2 again, that gives me 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4 2's. So this is going to be 4. And 6 minus 4 equals 2. Okay? Another way we could think about this is basically log base 2. If we reduce this fraction, so I can show you this works, 64 divided by 16 is 4. So how many 2's do you have to multiply together to get 4? Well, 2 times 2 equals 4, so 2 2's, so this equals 2. Okay? Let's try another one. All right, so this one we're evaluating log base 5 of 125 over 25 using the quotient rule. So I'm going to do log base 5 of 125 minus log base 5 of 25. So log base 5 of 125, to figure out what that is, we multiply 5's together till we get 125. So 5 times 5 is 25. Multiply by another 5, we get 125. So we have 1, 2, 3 5's. So log base 5 of 125 is 3. Okay, minus, well, now we have to figure out what log base 5 of 25 is. Well, if we do 5 times 5, that does give us 25, so that's 2 5's. So this is 3 minus 2. This is 1. So we evaluated this using the quotient rule. If we just reduce this fraction, we'd have log, let me fix my log here, log base 5 of 125 divided by 5 is just 5. So 5 to the first power is 5, so this equals 1. Okay, this is the quotient way of doing it, and this is the way if I reduce this fraction here. Okay, let's try another. All right, this one we're going to evaluate log base 3 of 27 over 143 using the quotient rule. So let's do that. We're going to do log base 3 of 27 minus log base 3 of 243. Okay, so to figure out what log base 3 of 27 is, we have to figure out how many 3's we have to multiply together to get 27. So if I do 3 times 3, I get 9. Times 3 again, I get 27. So that's 1, 2, 3 3's. So this is 3 minus log base 3 of 243. Let's multiply our 3's together till we get 243. So 3 times 3 is 9. Times 3 again is 27. Times 3 again is 81. Times 3 again is 243. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3's. So 3 minus 5, so that equals -2. Okay, so we evaluated that using the quotient rule. If we do log base 3 and we reduce this fraction, 27 is going to go into 243. Well, let's see. 27 is divisible by 3, so that would be 9 over 81, so it would be 1/9. Okay? So let's say we set this equal to x and we wanted to solve for x. Well, we'd say 3 to the x power equals 1/9. Well, 3 to the negative 2 power equals 1/9. So x must equal negative 2. So that's the non-quotient way of doing it, just reducing this fraction up here. But with the quotient rule, it's pretty elegant, pretty sweet, and we get negative 2 very easily. Okay, let's keep going. So we got one more problem here. Log base 4 of 16 over 256. So let's use the quotient rule first. So we'll do log base 4 of 16 minus log base 4 of 256. So to figure out log base 4 of 16, how many 4s do we need to multiply to get 16? Well, if we do 4 times 4, we do get 16, so that's 2 4s, so we have 2 minus, now we have to think about how many 4s we multiply together to get 256. So again, 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 again is 64, times 4 again is 256. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 2 minus 4. So this one also works out to be negative 2. Now it's doing the quotient rule. If I simplified this fraction, 16 goes into 256. Well, the square root of 256 is 16, so 16 is 1/16 of 256. So this fraction here would simplify to 1 over 16. And let's say we set this equal to x. We could write this in exponential form and say 4 to the x power equals 1 over 16. Or 1 over 4 squared. So we'd write 4 to the negative 2 power equals 1 over 16. So x would have to be negative 2. Hopefully this video was helpful to you. If it was, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Any questions you can leave in the comments below.